Where am I going today? This is an actual road. Where's the sign? And it was right in my line. It's not that bad of a smell. Pay the fine at the clerk's office. Howdy folks, how's it going? I hope your ride's going well. Thank you for watching today. I am doing 240 miles today, and I'm in some lane sharing here. It's kind of typical. This is south of Silicon Valley. I should have predicted, but did not. Sucking. Actually, it's not too bad. I can lane share. This dude's half off the road. He thinks my bike's as wide as his semi. Nice color though. Anyway, so where am I going today? Towards the Monterey Bay and through Carmel Valley on Carmel Valley Road. This is a classic Highway 25 Carmel Valley loop. Now this GPS is like 2 generations old. I've considered getting an upgrade. I do prefer using a GPS to a phone. My phone is in my pocket. So if for some reason I'm involved in a crash and I'm separated from the bike, my phone is on me. Whatever's mounted on the handlebars may not survive. I have a little database that I use to keep track of all my fill-ups and stuff. Nifty. I think it's called Road Trip. I am not sponsored by the maker of that software. I use it a lot and it's pretty good and it's nifty and it gives you some good statistics. The cost was not very steep. This is an actual road. Old Airline Highway. Which is a road that it's fairly long. Airline Highway, I think, is 25 is named at. This is what used to be that road before 25 was made. That's 25 over there, right about where that palm tree is. We're gonna meet up with that, but rather than go the other way for about a half mile, and then I just figured I'd take this old, barely maintained road. Goat trail. 360 camera has already adjusted itself about 30 degrees backwards. Got the tail end of some vineyards here. We're kind of heading into the beginnings of Carmel Valley. There's a pretty cool bridge coming up here. I'm not sure how far I am from it. I gotta be relatively close. Oh, there it is. I see it. About a mile.
The Elm Avenue Bridge was originally constructed in 1916 on Nacimiento Road to span the Salinas River. It was moved to its present location in 1943, where it was placed on an existing substructure as a replacement for a previous bridge which had apparently been washed out. The bridge was intended to provide an evacuation route from the Monterey Peninsula in the event of an enemy invasion during World War II.
Nice little ranches along the ravine there. Entering a little bit more of a narrow area, and there are I think salamanders or something that tend to cross the road and stuff. There's a sign up here somewhere. Salamander Crossing or something like that. Wanted to see if I could catch that. This section of pavement is not very smooth either. Right, damn it. Where's the sign? I know it's in this area. There it is. Please avoid newts crossing road. She turned me into a newt. I got better. I keep seeing stuff in the middle of the road. Not always trash bags either. I ran over a cable lock, a big cable lock with a lock on it. Probably fell off a motorcycle. The guy did not secure it to the back of his bike, and it was right in my line. And I ran it over. I don't think it damaged anything. Didn't sound like it. You can see there's sections of pavement that really haven't, they kind of look slick. Of course, right now it's really dry. Great traction. But in the spring, if it's wet, not so much. Especially, you know, with this tree canopy, you're worried about, you know, leaves on the ground. You can get that in the fall or winter too. Different colors make you wonder if there's gravel because some of it's light. And this road is known for that, although I haven't really seen much. I like this little section. Just light little snaky turns. Not really S-turns because they're kind of shallow. Slaloms. They're kind of light slaloms, really. The wind is kind of cool, but when I close the visor, it's hot and stuffy. Ugh. Thanks for the bump. It's a nice big rock in the road.
Carmel Valley, California, lies about 12 miles east of Highway 1 in Carmel. It is home to several golf courses, wineries, and resorts, lying just 10 miles south of the world-famous Laguna Seca Racetrack.
It's an interesting early dinner, skipping lunch. Chatted with a lady for probably close to an hour. She's a local, but originally from Gilroy. Lived in Louisiana. We got along okay. You know, she knew my old stomping grounds and stuff, so that was kind of interesting, chatting about various things. It's one of the things that I love about motorcycling is it's just so easy to effortlessly pass somebody in most situations. Now the twistier it is in the blind turns, you don't want to pass if you don't have visibility. That's stupid. Now, and I can pass in a situation where a car would never have enough room. This is Laurellis Grade, which cuts north over the northern ridge of what makes up Carmel Valley. And it's going to drop me down almost practically right on top of Laguna Seca, world famous racetrack, where unfortunately MotoGP and World Superbike I haven't raced in a few years. bunch of rich locals moved in nearby and complained about the noise. And so it's really hard to for the racetrack to have events there. There's a lot of restrictions that got placed on them. And it's like, you know, yeah, it makes noise, but, you know, that's like moving next to an airport and complaining about the sound of the jets, which for most people, they would laugh, because they're rich people. And, you know, they buy off the council, or, well, they get on the council. And so you have corruption. And unfortunately, you have a world-famous venue that's dying. Unfortunately, Moto America does still race here. That's the U.S. Race circuit. But none of the international circuits come here anymore. It's really sad. A whopping 1,284 feet at the peak here. So yeah, it's hills. It's not really a mountain. Oh, that's a nice one. There's a bunch of car shows, and the gal that I met at the Running Iron restaurant I went to, she's like, yo, you're not here for the car show? And I said, no, I'm just out for a ride. So it's a nice ride. It's been a good day, that's for sure. A lot of interesting houses off into this valley area here, this way and a little bit further down. I think I sucked down like 3 iced teas. The first one was gone in like 2 minutes, and I paced myself. And after a ride, it wasn't that hot, but man, I needed to rehydrate, that's for sure. Oh, I do not know where I'm going. And we are at the end of the road. I think I'm going right. Well, I'm virtually certain I'm going right. I think Laguna Seca is right on the other side of these hills. I'm not sure if the entrance is that way behind me or just up ahead. I know it's really close. I never go to the races here because it's always packed and there's cops wanting to ticket all the motorcyclists, this and that and the other thing. It's like, I can just watch the races at home in the comfort of my recliner with an affordably priced frosty beverage of my choice instead of 20 bucks for a 6-ounce beer or whatever, you know. Well, and I know I don't want to speed through here. This is a main freeway. Cops tend to frequent it. This is a very casual, comfortable speed. I don't have a problem with it. I'm sure the judge would pay the fine at the clerk's office. Uh-oh. Broken down, fancy looking Harley. My Harley's been reliable before. Get out. All the bikes I've owned, it's been the most reliable. This one's a close second. It's been pretty reliable. My Beamers aren't that far behind, but they've had their problems. So the mount here for the helmet cam works great on the F800, but the bars here are tapered. They're much thicker down here than they are here. I can't really get it to hold there, although the width is very consistent there. And I just had it basically do that on me again in this position. So I've moved this camera twice today, and I torqued this thing down with everything but a wrench, which for these types of mounts you're not supposed to need. These are, I bet, old gloves. I've seen a lot of miles. They're good gloves. I like them. Recommend them. They fit well too. But they are getting old. Time for a new set, I think. Looks like some kind of buttered lettuce maybe or something. I'm not sure what the actual definition of a slough is. But it's kind of smelly. It's some kind of relatively stagnant waters that are sort of connected to the ocean but broken off from it. And Okay. There's the slough. I can see it through the trees. Eucalyptus trees. They're unique bark. Looks like they're cutting something down. I don't think they're developing that property. Who in their right mind would buy there? Close to the smell. I mean, it's not that bad of a smell. I mean, so, you know, basically you got flood warning here. Do not proceed when water's over the road. Ooh, oh, it's actually really close. Must be high tide. Yeah. See all that, like, algae or whatever. Into the water there. Those are railroad tracks. Through the slough. And now I'm heading up Hecker Pass. It's some nice lighting here at the golden hour. But I'm about to lose all that because this is the peak. Looks like we got a few bikes pulled over at the old Mount Madonna Inn. That place has been closed for years and it's sad. What a wonderful view. I remember when it was open. Never went there though, it was expensive. Maybe not too many other people did either. I haven't had this helmet that long, about 3 years, but it keeps dropping down so that I can't see hardly, you know? It's like my eye line is just barely below the top of the viewport. And normally that's a sign of a helmet that's just too large, but this is my regular size. It's a model I bought before. You need to be aware of deer. It is that hour. They come out at dusk. Ugh. I think it bottomed out too. I thought I heard a tire rub. We used to go over Hecker Pass. We would camp in Mount Madonna. We would ride our horses up there. One benefit of your school bus, having taken this road for years, you know it intimately. Gonna go past Mom's old place. That open field, there used to be a Gymkhana arena. Competed there a few times. Now here we are definitely more likely to see deer. I used to eat my mom's roses. Now my grandmother and step-grandfather lived next to my mom, and that used to be their driveway. People there bought that 30 years ago. But this property through the trees was my mom's. This was her driveway. The driveway going up the hill. I forget who lived up there. We rode up there one time. I borrowed my sister's horse. ran me over. Didn't want to go down the hill, then suddenly started running, stopped real abruptly, dropped his head. Planted two hooves in the middle of my back. I'm lucky I'm not crippled or dead. I think a lot of people could say that about their youth. Uh-oh. Somebody off the road a little? I think sounds like on purpose. I think the golden hour is gone. Somebody took all the gold. Been an interesting day. Ah yes, do you park towards the end or all the way back? You park all the way back. If you park towards the end, people that back out will clip you. Don't ask me how I know.
If you've enjoyed this ride, check out the one at the top of your screen. We hope that all of your journeys are good ones, and remember, ride on.